you need a vegetarian dinner that can feed a crowd, give you leftovers, freezer friendly, and the kids usually don't fight it, you've got to make this. This pasta bake is one of those cheesy goodness, just dump in a dish dinners, put it in the oven, the work is done for you. It couldn't be easier. It's so great for meal prep. It gets better the next day. And there's such a secret ingredient that I think you're gonna be surprised. So let's make it.
We're gonna start by preheating our oven and greasing our pan. I am using a 9x13 Pyrex. What I love about this is after I cook it, it can go right in the freezer. One of the best parts about this recipe is that it's easy to pack veggies in without necessarily tasting them. So that makes it great for your picky eaters. I've chosen to use onion, mushrooms, and zucchini here. You could use carrots, peppers, whatever you have or whatever's on its way out. And honestly, using a veggie chopper here can save you so much time. You can get them in smaller pieces if you have picky eaters to hide it more. We're gonna be hiding it in loads of cheese and pasta sauce. So I promise you, even your picky eaters are gonna love this recipe. We're gonna add our zucchini to our other veggies here. We are going to go ahead and grease our pan. I'm using some avocado oil. Olive oil is great too. Once you have everything mixed with your oil, we're gonna add some spices. We're gonna add 3/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, 2 cloves of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, and a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. You can of course add more or less. Our veggies are sauteing. We're boiling the water for the pasta. Our kitchen's getting messier, but we're making progress. Now is the secret ingredient. I'm gonna take 4 eggs. Yes. I know what you're thinking. Eggs are the binder in this recipe. We're gonna mix it with milk. What it's gonna do is it's gonna help everything congeal nicely when it bakes, make it extra cheesy, and make sure it's not too rubbery, especially when you're heating up leftovers. 1/4 cup of milk. I promise you, if you skip this part, the pasta bake will not be the same. As I said, you can use any pasta you want. I'm actually going to use a blend of protein penne and rigatoni here. It might be a little hard with like spaghetti or linguine, so a thicker option will be nice. And now our veggies are looking great. So these are nice and soft. I'm going to turn the heat down. So we're going to combine our cheese, veggies, and the cooked pasta in this bowl. I might go ahead and add a few tomatoes just because I have them. So we're just going to go ahead and add these in. I had to show you a little tip. So when I have like ends of veggies, like leftover veggies that don't really get used, I don't want to throw this away. So what I do is I keep it in the freezer in a stasher bag, Ziploc bag, and this is a starter for soups in the future. So I usually label it like veggies for soups. So we have some onion here, some zucchini, some parsley, and some of the mushrooms. Just a teeny step to save food waste, but if you do this over and over again, your soup bag will grow significantly and it'll make for the base of a great soup. Pasta just has a couple more minutes. We do want to make it al dente, which is slightly hard. The reason we're not cooking it fully is we're going to be baking it. So it's going to cook more in the oven. I think I can go ahead and add the cheese. Now the veggies have cooled down a little bit. I love mozzarella. You can of course grade your own, but busy mom, I take shortcuts when I can. So we're gonna do about 1 cup of mozzarella. I'm just gonna do some Colby Jack in here. Just because my kids love orange cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and save some Parmesan cheese to kind of drizzle on top before we go in the oven. If I haven't mentioned it already, I love making this recipe as like a freezer meal for postpartum, full of nourishing veggies, full of protein, full of fat, carbs. It really is a balanced meal. You of course could add a ground meat of choice like ground pork or ground beef or ground chicken. It's easy to just make 2 at once, which is what I'll often do. And I'll freeze one for later, for next week or the following week. Egg mixture. Okay, we're gonna give it all a stir. You want the veggies, the cheese, the egg mixture, the noodles, everything to just mix. We are almost done. Take your greased 9x13 pan. We're gonna pour in half of the pasta mixture to start with. And then you're gonna pour over some jarred pasta sauce. We love Rouse Homemade. I buy it at Costco, so I get it in bulk. Much more affordable than buying it at your local grocery store. I'm just gonna add a little of my Parmesan cheese. I measure cheese with my heart. And pour in the rest of your pasta mixture and the rest of the sauce. Now it's about 3 cups total of sauce. Sauce is another thing to measure with my heart because I really love pasta sauce. Never too much cheese, right? At this point, you can freeze it, okay? I would let it cool down slightly, but if you have a Tupperware top or if you're using one of those aluminum things, you can freeze it now and cook when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this. Also wanted to add a little bit more parsley on top. I feel like there's nothing like fresh herbs. I do take shortcuts when it comes to like pre-shredded cheese and garlic, although when I have time, I do love fresh garlic, but fresh herbs, don't skip them. We are going to bake this at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes, and then your mind is gonna be blown. The oven is beeping. Oh my goodness, you guys, you need to look at this. I wish you could smell this right now. My kitchen smells like a homemade Italian restaurant. Let it cool if you want to freeze it, but this is great to just dig in and enjoy as a family meal. Really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave some comments if you enjoy the recipe. Cheese. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Amazing.